Hey, it's Rob from National Smart Home with one of my favorite topics, redundant. Should I ask for an email on my form on my website? It's not me. It's the market. The market dictates what people want or do not want to do, and people do not want to give you their phone number. I know it only makes sense, and they're reaching out to you, and you want the phone number to call them. I get it. But according to statistics, not me, phone number field decreased conversions by 48%. 30% of visitors abandon a form that asks for a phone number. Personal information buyers prefer not to release in a form, phone number, 58%. So you could be losing more than half of your leads from your website by asking for a phone number in the form, especially if it's required. I know some people like myself get upset that I filled out my first name, my last name, my company name, my address, my city, my state, my email, and then you ask my phone number, and it's like a lot of agencies think because I filled out 8 of the 9 prerequisites that I'm going to just give you my phone number. It's not going to happen. If it's an option, then I don't have to give it. I think about how many times you or I go into a department store or any store, and the first question is, do you have an email address? Can we have your phone number? No. And if I do give an email, you give an email, it's a burner email anyway that you barely check, right? So when you're asking for the phone number, it's worse than asking for an email, which nobody wants to give up anyway. And I don't know if I hate to call it lazy. I don't think you're lazy. I'm not lazy. We want the phone number, but just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? And I think it's just time to get back to good old analog sales and build up that relationship, whichever way the customer is dictating to you how this is going to play out. And if they're not giving you a phone number, that's their choice. And unless you're some huge company that's 6 months out on lead generation, you're gonna want to pursue that. Me, I turn over every rock. I don't care if somebody calls me up and asks me an email question, whatever I will answer that question because I want the relationship. Because if they're asking me for that, most likely you don't have somebody to answer all the other questions that I can help them with. Same thing with you. And I always talk about TV installations. If they're asking you for a TV install, they don't have somebody to give them the smart lighting, smart shades, home automation, outdoor TV, and all this other good stuff. Their neighbors don't know who the person is. Their family doesn't have somebody. Get the relationship. And that's what you have to do when somebody just sends you an open-ended form with just an email address. It's a lead. How much are you paying for leads? Have you ever thought about, well, I spent $7,000 last year on mailer postcards and got nothing. And here I have this email address that somebody took the time out to give to me through a form on my website. Probably want to follow up on that. I don't want to call it lazy. I think it's just technology has limited our ability to communicate in different ways other than give me your phone number, give me your email address. All right. I don't want to beat it to a dead horse. I already have for the last year or two, asking dealers not to ask for a phone number or a town. It's profiling. What do you want to know my town for? Why does that matter? I need a TV installed. I need a home theater. This is my email address, and I'm going to expect a reply, and they're going to get a feel for your culture or your company through your response. And if the first thing you ask them for is the phone number, it's going to be a turnoff, and you're going to lose the lead. I'm going to talk about response times, which is another big one. If you're waiting 2 or 3 days to respond to somebody from the internet because you're too busy, you lost the lead. And I don't understand the mentality. I'll save it, but to give the impression to somebody like, "Hey, I'm busy and I'll get to you," is not the right attitude. All right, just my opinion. I know you have yours. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. So a hard no on phone numbers or asking for phone numbers in the form submissions. All right. Hope you guys have a great week and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.